Good morning, everyone. Well, today's largely going to be a dry day across Iowa, and that's a good thing because both Tuesday and Wednesday we have a chance of severe storms coming back to the state. We'll get to that in just a bit, but let's start talking about today. I think everyone's trying 8 a.m. this morning. I do want to mention as we get into the afternoon today, maybe a few sprinkles if you're around the Quad Cities. I think the better chance is probably going to be even in Illinois, where it's not a very high chance. But I do want to mention one thing the model not showing here is the potential for maybe a few sprinkles around and during the mid to late afternoon hours. Check out temperatures though. A little bit above normal for this time of year, mainly in the low 60s for the eastern part of the state and getting into the mid 60s for the western part of the state. Not too much wind today, so overall today, pretty good. That's going to be changing though. Now, in the morning on Tuesday, once again, we're probably all dry. But in the afternoon, we're not talking about just a few sprinkles, but actually scattered showers, particularly looks like in the central part of the state. No matter where you are in Iowa tomorrow, it is going to be a windy day. It looks like wind gusts are going to be ranging from about 35, 40 miles per hour ahead of a cold front that's going to be pushing in. So what I'm concerned about is as we get into the evening hours on Tuesday. This is at 7 o'clock, and you see that yellow and orange showing up in between Sioux City and Fort Dodge. That's a thunderstorm popping up, and it could be a severe storm. Now, as far as the peak of the activity, right now, it's looking like about 10 o'clock. And then where are the storms most likely? Somewhere between Mason City and Waterloo, it's looking like. And see those shades of red showing up? Again, that's the potential for not just thunderstorms, heavy rain, lightning looking likely, but perhaps some damaging wind, hail, and unfortunately can't rule out the possibility of tornadoes as well. Now let's jump ahead to 1 a.m. Tuesday night. And notice you're not seeing those angry shades of red as much. So the activity's starting to die down at this point. Could there still be a couple of leftover severe storms? Notice that the activity's trying to push to the east. So Quad Cities, there's technically a chance for severe weather for you tomorrow evening and night as well, but the chance is smaller compared to the central and western part of the state. I think that's where the greatest threat of severe storms is going to be. That said, we're not done just yet because this front isn't clearing the state just yet. Check out Wednesday morning and the huge difference in temperatures across the state, okay? So Quad Cities in the mid-60s, but Sioux City below freezing, 31. And we could be seeing a rain-snow mix, believe it or not, a Wednesday morning. Meanwhile, it's definitely way too warm for that in the eastern part of the state. And because this front is still on the move, guess what? New showers and storms are going to fire up along and ahead of it Wednesday. And I actually think Wednesday afternoon is the better chance if you're in far eastern Iowa for storms. And yes, once again, the chance for severe storms. See those angry shades of red showing up again? Maybe about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I think this is the greater chance of severe weather for the Quad Cities. Meanwhile, rain snow mix for places like Mason City and Waterloo. Notice there's just going to be a huge difference in temperatures across the state Wednesday afternoon. So let's talk about the severe threat. I tell you what, it keeps looking worse and worse for Tuesday evening. Notice that Waterloo, Mason City, Sioux City, Des Moines, all under that level 3 threat, the enhanced risk of severe storms. Quad Cities just in the level 2 risk. You're almost in the level 1 threat. Can't rule out, again, some leftover severe storms possibly pushing into the Quad Cities pretty late Tuesday night, but I'm more concerned during the evening hours for places like Waterloo, Mason City, Sioux City, where, what that level 3 threat means is a possibility of golf ball size hail, wind gusts 60 to 70 miles per hour, and unfortunately, I do think a couple of tornadoes are going to pop up. EF1, EF2 tornadoes, I think that's a possibility. I sure hope not, but it's looking that way right now. Now for Wednesday, good news for Sioux City, Mason City, you're not under a severe threat. You'll be cold on Wednesday, but the front won't be done with the state just yet. Notice Waterloo under that level 1 threat, looking pretty unlikely though. I'm more concerned about the Quad Cities Wednesday afternoon into the early evening hours. I think wind gusts, again, could reach up to 60 miles per hour. Not a guarantee. We're going to hope that it misses out. But worst case scenario, wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour, quarter size hail, and once again, small chance for a tornado.